Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me on another one of my weekly deal wonder projects. Today's project is going to be featuring the classy designer buttons. These are on sale this week, so I just wanted to show you what you get in a collection. So you get some small buttons, some medium-sized buttons, and some large buttons. And they're really nice. They're faceted. They kind of have a little vintage feel to it, a little pearlized. But this is just a great little accent that you can add to your projects. You get 24 buttons in the container, and so like I said, these are on sale this week. So be sure to check out the other weekly deals that went on sale starting today. Now it is limited quantity, so or while supplies last. So if there's something that you see, I wouldn't wait until the end of the week to order it, just in case you come back and it's no longer available. But you can find out all the information on my blog, which is iStampin.com. There'll be an accompanying blog post with today's project. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a fun little thank you card. I'm going to do some heat embossing and then incorporate one of the buttons at the very end of it. All right, so I'm starting off with a note card size card. This is in crumb cake, and so it measures 3.5 by 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stamping. I am going to be using One Big Meaning. This is a stamp set that's in our annual catalog. It's one of the new ones. I'm going to be using this image right here. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Versamark and stamping the thank you on the front side of the card, just to kind of give it a little bit of pattern, a little bit of dimension. I'm going to be using the Versamark because I want it to be really faint, where it really doesn't, it's very subtle. That's what I'm looking for. And with the Versamark, it gives it almost, it gives it a watermark effect. So it's really light and just like I said, subtle. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of going in a diagonal pattern, and also making sure that I stamp off the paper so that it looks, so your eye travels from the left to right, right to left, so it looks very natural. And I'm just going to do this randomly all around the card. Now part of this is going to be covered up, so I don't need to do if the pattern kind of looks a little off, it's okay, because we're going to be putting an element right here. So that looks good. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put this card off to the side. I'm going to be heat embossing on our doily. This is one of our tea lace paper doilies. So I'm going to do some gold embossing, and I'm going to use the same stamp, the thank you that I did on the front of the card, and I'm going to be inking that up again with the Versamark ink. And I'm just going to stamp that right here in the center of the doily. Okay, and then I'm going to use our gold embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle that on to the doily, and then I'm going to use my heat tool and emboss that. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I heat emboss it. All right, so this is what our doily looks like once we've heat embossed it with the gold powder. So I'm going to bring the card in, and this is going to be going over on the right side, and I'm going to be cutting off the right edge of the doily. But before I do that, I'm wanting to add some color to the card. So I've got 2 strips of cardstock. This is Delightful Dijon, and this is Rich Razzleberry. This measures 1 inch wide, and this is 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to be using our Banner Triple Punch. I'm going to slide this in just to give, I'm going to notch just one end. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the Delightful Dijon. Now, because this is 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to flip it over and make sure that I've got the cardstock even on either side. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to come in and adhere. I'm going to use some Fast Fuse. adhere this banner right here, and I'll cut off the ends, making sure this is straight. Okay, and then I'm going to layer the Delightful Dijon one right on top of the Rich Razzleberry. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut off the edges. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the doily and put it about right there. Okay, so it looks like that. I'll give you a close-up. All right, and then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the Classy Designer buttons. I'm going to use that one. And I'm taking some of our linen thread. And I am going to tie a bow. So I'm feeding the button through the back. And if y'all like these kind of projects, be sure to check out my Stampin Club. I do exclusive projects like this that only my club members can see. So what it is, it's a virtual host club, and I will link the information below in the video notes. And I'm looking for a couple of more members for my second club. My first club's already full, so I've got my second club almost full. So like I said, just looking for a couple of more members. And it's a lot of fun. The projects, like I said, are exclusive, so those club members only get to see them. And okay, so just fiddling with the bow. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the tails. Then I'm going to take some glue dots and I'm going to use that to adhere the button to the front of the card. And because this is a large button, I'm going to put a couple on there. Put one more just to make sure it sticks. Okay. I'm going to put that right about there. And there you have it. A really fun card using some fun products from our annual catalog, and then the Classy Designer buttons that are on sale this week, one of our weekly deals. Okay guys, if you have any questions over any of the products that I used today, be sure to comment below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Let people know about my channel. Feel free to share this video. Go on over to my blog, like I said, istampin.com. I do have a October host code, so for anybody that purchases in my online store and uses that host code, you are eligible for the giveaway, or for the drawing, I should say. So for every $25 that you spend in my online store, your name is entered once, and then what I will do is do a random drawing on November 1st, and whose ever name I choose, you win all the hostess rewards for the month of October. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you visiting my channel today. Bye, guys.